Hello, my name's Chris and welcome to the HorrorScreams VideoVault. Now, let's be honest here for a second. The very idea that an immortal, godlike being, seemingly possessed of superhuman powers, should break into your house once a year, empty his sack all over the floor, if you've been good, if you've been lucky, is just weird. It's just, it's sinister in the extreme, to be honest. We even leave pies and booze out for him, for fuck's sake. So why then does his imminent arrival fill us with warm, cuddly feelings of warmth and cuddliness? Because it's Christmas, for fuck's sake, Christmas. Perfect time of year for community and altruism, happiness and family, of wine-induced hangovers and PlayStations. It's also the time of year when people gather around the TV to settle down and watch a good old-fashioned Christmas movie. Now, you could be a Gremlins kind of guy, you could swear that Die Hard is your favourite Christmas movie if you're one of those people, or like me, you could worship at the altar of Arthur Christmas and only hope to one day be even half as cool as Grand Santa. But these are obvious, these are the obvious picks to settle down to on Christmas Eve while you eagerly await your annual supernatural home invasion. But that's not how we do things around here, so stick with us, dear viewers, as we count down the top 10 Christmas-themed horror movies which will scare the baby Jesus out of you. It was the night before Christmas, and all through the house not a creature was stirring, except for a horny 12-year-old and his best mate, who have hatched a dastardly plan to seduce their teenage babysitter. Classic. Who doesn't love a good home invasion at Christmas? With a dash of Home Alone and a sprinkle of Scream thrown in there to boot, Better Watch Out is a movie which offers scares as frequently as it does laughs, in fact. The film is well shot with an abundance of Christmas iconography and music, which serve to remind you that you are in fact watching a Christmas movie. Now it stars Olivia de Jong and Levi Miller in the lead roles, with featuring the likes of Patrick Warburton and Stranger Things' own Dacre Montgomery in supporting roles, so the film is similarly well acted too. If you're sick of watching the likes of Polar Express and The Snowman Christmas, Better Watch Out is definitely worth a look. Oh, come let us attack him, Santa Claus. I mean, what can I say? William Shatner's in it, and Santa and the Krampus fight each other as if they were DLC characters in Mortal Kombat 11. And William Shatner's in it. 'Tis the season to be murdered, fa la 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 la. Right, if you're watching this, you're probably a horror fan, and if you're a horror fan, then you'll know that there are few things as creepy as children. Enter a film called The Children. When a British family decide to take a holiday to visit relatives over Christmas and New Year, the kids become infected with some strange bacteria, and they revert to type and do what kids always do this time of year: brutally murder their parents and relatives. The cast might not be instantly recognisable to most, but the movie is well made, well performed, and definitely worth a look. Or what a laugh it would have been if Daddy had only seen Mummy suck off Santa Claus last night. Right, quite possibly one of the just most ridiculous, silliest, stupidest films you're ever going to see. Traumatised by a childhood glimpse of his dad eating his mother's Christmas pudding under the tree on Christmas Eve, Harry becomes, obsessed with Christmas as a psychotic break, becomes fixated on Christmas, and takes it upon himself as an adult to decide who's been naughty and who's been nice with an axe. Fun fact actually, the movie was actually seized and confiscated in the UK under Section 3 of the Obscene Publications Act 1959 during the video nasties moral panic of the 80s. That's how bad it is. So funny, gruesome, awesome, terrible all at once. Christmas Evil is an absolute riot of a film. If nothing else, it'll bring a smile to your face. Give it a watch. Driving home for Christmas. Oh, I can't wait to see those faces in the woods staring at me. Send help, we're all gonna die. I mean, American roads are very long and very straight, so I don't know what the Harrington family were expecting really. I mean, to be fair, they probably weren't expecting that their routine Christmas Eve drive would turn into a never-ending, inescapable nightmare in which they are terrorised by all manner of ghouls, spooks and the shrouded corpses of dead babies. Christmas in a nutshell right there. Where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear murderers. Murderers in the house. Right, let's get serious. Enough joking around. What do you think this is, Christmas? Right, this one's actually pretty gruesome, really, pretty dark and unsettling. It leans into the good old-fashioned home invasion trope, which has actually become as synonymous with Christmas as eggnog and family plus-up for some reason. Albeit with added suffocation scenes thrown in there for good measure, that being the man suffocation scene, clearly. This movie's actually been remade twice since the 1974 original, but neither of the actual remakes can touch the first one, the 74 original, for sheer Christmas terror. Give it a watch. Silent Night, Holy Night, all is calm, all is shite. Another movie, another home invasion, another Santa, another axe. I'm starting to think there's a bit of a pattern developing here. So, 1984's Silent Night, Deadly Night not only has a terrible, fantastic name, but is for all the world just a straight up B-tier slasher movie really, albeit with tinsel and candy canes alongside the blood and the boobs. Now, another young child traumatised, Batman style, by his parents' death on Christmas Eve at the hands of a Santa suit wearing nutter, I guess, although that didn't happen to Bruce Wayne, to the best of my knowledge. Little Billy suffers a psychotic break around Christmas time and, you guessed it, dons a Santa suit and goes on a massive killing spree. I mean, of course he does. Why would he not? Run, as fast as you can. You'll never catch me. I'm Predator 2's Gary Busey. Oh, for fuck's sake. Right, so, Predator 2's Gary Busey is executed and his ashes somehow find their way into a bakery where he is resurrected as the murderous ginger dead man. All manner of shenanigans and terrible puns ensue with Predator 2's Gary Busey at the heart of it all. Terrible, even by Predator 2's Gary Busey standards, 100% worth a watch. Whew. Right, sorry, it's okay, I'm back. Right, okay. Ding Dong, Verily the Sky was riven with cousins screaming. Krampus. Oh, Krampus, what a strange little film you are. Starring Toni Collette and Alison Tolman. Krampus, he can't quite decide what it wants to be. Doesn't know whether it wants to be a horror in which, you know, a beast is picking off the family and killing the kids, or a comedy. It suffers a bit of an identity crisis. So when two sisters and their respective families are thrown together at Christmas, the differences couldn't be more stark. Horrible cousins and horrendous in-laws, etc. And then when the Krampus and his dastardly minions start to turn up and start picking up the family one by one, they have to put the differences aside, band together. You see where it's going, you know what I'm on about. So a good, enjoyable Christmas movie, which is funny in places, scary in others. It does suffer from a bit of an identity crisis, but it's still definitely worth a watch. It's good fun. Give it a look. So, this is Christmas, and what have you done? Escaped a death cult and survived a mass suicide? What have you done? The Lodge, ladies and gentlemen, is our #1 horror-themed Christmas movie, and things are getting a bit serious again now. So, when the only survivor of a mass suicide within a death cult, years later travels to a remote lodge with her new partner and his kids for some much needed kind of family time and bonding. Let's just say things don't go at all well. The kids don't really warm to her the way she would have hoped, and events conspire to bring all her past traumas to the fore with devastating consequences for all. Now, with a cast comprising the likes of Richard Armitage, Alicia Silverstone, Jaden Martell, who plays the young Bill Denver in the It movies, and Riley Keough, The Lodge is a genuinely terrifying, unsettling, dark, twisted movie. A great one to watch as you settle down on Christmas Eve with with a mug of hot chocolate in your hand, eagerly awaiting this year's supernatural home invasion. Hopefully he doesn't have an axe, but we'll see. Merry Christmas. Right then, so there we go, that was our Christmas themed top 10. As ever, let me know what you think down below. Do you agree with these choices? Do you disagree? Are you in fact Predator 2's Gary Busey? Are you watching? If so, I'd love to hear from you, man. 2020 has been a bit of a shit year, we all know that. I really hope you made the best of it. And for myself and everyone at the HorrorScreams VideoVault, wish you a very, very Merry Christmas. Hope to see you again in the new year. Take care. Cheers.